Today, your angels brought a powerful message that will transform the course of your life. If you feel that something big is about to happen, this is the confirmation you were waiting for. It was not by chance that this person entered your heart, just as it is no coincidence that they continue to inhabit your thoughts, emotions, and dreams. What you are experiencing right now is not simply a sequence of random events, but rather the manifestation of a greater plan that is in motion. A plan that involves your spiritual and emotional growth, and the evolution of this very special relationship. That person whom God placed in your path arrived with a divine purpose. Although the days may seem uncertain, although you may have doubts about what you feel, what he or she thinks, or where all this is heading, your angels want you to know that something much greater is happening. You are being called to trust in the process, to place all your uncertainties in God's hands, because he is preparing something extraordinary. The angels show that this connection was not an accident. From the first meeting, something moved inside you. A different energy took over your being, a feeling that could not be ignored. Perhaps, at that moment, you asked yourself why this person was crossing your path. What was special about them? And why did it seem that there was an invisible force pushing both of you to connect? Now, that force is what is beginning to guide you to a new level of understanding. When you think of this person, you may experience a mixture of emotions. Sometimes, there is a comforting warmth, other times, a painful doubt. This is because this connection touches the deepest points of your soul, bringing to the surface not only feelings of love, but also fear, uncertainty, and even insecurity. God wants you to know that all of this is part of the healing process. This person is not in your life by chance. They have come to challenge you to grow, to transform, and to discover who you really are. And in the same way, you are also being a transformative force in their life. From the beginning, there was mutual curiosity, an attraction that seemed inexplicable. The encounters you had, even the simplest ones, left deep marks. There was an exchange of glances that said more than words could express. There was a silence between you that, paradoxically, spoke volumes. The angels say that, in this relationship, there is something beyond the obvious, something that transcends superficial understanding. You are united by an invisible line, a spiritual connection that God designed to be an important part of your growth. But it is natural for this journey not to be easy. Your angels recognize that you have already faced obstacles, moments when everything seemed confusing, when you wondered if you should continue or simply give up. It is precisely at this point that today's message becomes even more crucial. The presence of this person in your life is bringing to light parts of you that needed to be healed, and that is what is happening now. Every difficulty, every disagreement, every moment of uncertainty is, in reality, an opportunity for transformation. You are being molded, refined, to be the best version of yourself. Now, your angels ask you to pay close attention to the signs. In the coming days, you might notice subtle changes in that person's behavior. Perhaps they will approach you unexpectedly. Maybe they will open their heart in a way they never have before. This is because the energy between you is changing. Something is about to be revealed. Something that could completely change the destiny of this relationship. And God wants you to be prepared to receive this blessing, to accept what is coming with an open heart and a serene mind. This transformation that is happening not only involves that person but also you. You are being called to evolve, to leave behind old beliefs and behavior patterns that no longer serve your purpose. True love, the one that God has designed for you, can only flourish when you are willing to give yourself completely to it. That means trusting, even when everything seems uncertain. That means believing, even when there are no guarantees. Because what you are about to experience is much greater than any fear or insecurity. The angels show that this person is also going through a process of internal transformation. There are conflicts within them that need to be resolved before they can fully commit to this relationship. Maybe you have noticed some distance, moments when they seem colder or more distant. This doesn't mean they don't care about you. It means they are dealing with their own internal battles. There are fears and blockages preventing them from opening up completely, but you must know that, deep down, they feel something very profound for you. Now you might be wondering, what should I do? How can I help this person overcome these internal challenges? The answer your angels give you is clear: be a presence of light. Your role is not to solve their problems, but to be a beacon of love, compassion, and patience. By doing so, you will be creating a safe environment for them to feel comfortable opening up, trusting, and surrendering to love. Remember, the transformation that is occurring is not only external but also internal. And by maintaining your faith, you will be helping that person find the way back to love. While you remain steadfast in the role of guide and light in this relationship, it is essential to remember that your own journey also needs attention. God is preparing something great not only for both of you as a couple, but also for you as an individual. The love you feel for this person is a powerful key to your personal growth, but it should not be your only source of strength. Your angels remind you that self-love and self-care are fundamental for everything to unfold according to the divine plan. You might have noticed that, at times, you get lost in the feelings you have for this person. It is easy to let the desire to care for, protect, and help the other become so great that we forget to care for ourselves. But God wants you to know that to truly help the one you love, you must first care for yourself. This means strengthening your emotional and spiritual foundations and not allowing the fluctuations in this relationship to affect the most valuable part of you, your essence, your inner peace, and your faith. The moment you are experiencing is delicate, but it is full of growth opportunities. And you have a crucial role in this whole process. The message your angels bring today is about patience and trust. Patience to allow that person to handle their internal conflicts at their own pace, and trust to believe that everything is being guided by greater forces. Even in moments of silence, on days when it seems like things are not progressing, remember that the universe is working behind the scenes. God and the angels are shaping the future, preparing the ground so that you can live the love you have always desired. Now, let's talk about that person in your heart. They may not be ready to express their feelings. They may be trapped in their own fears and uncertainties, but you must know that their feelings for you are deep and true. Even if they cannot articulate it with words, their heart is in constant dialogue with yours. There are moments when they think of you, moments when your name resonates in their mind, and this leads them to question what they truly desire. But what worries them the most, what most prevents them from opening up, is the fear of being hurt. They have gone through disappointments in the past. Emotional wounds that have not been completely healed and now influence the way they relate to you. But God wants you to know that true love has the power to heal those wounds. Your role is not to hasten this process, but to be an example of love and patience. Gradually, they will realize that they can trust you, that they can lower their defenses and allow themselves to live this love fully. But until that moment arrives, you must continue to be a pillar of support, someone they know will always be there, regardless of the circumstances. Angels ask you to pay attention to subtle signs. In the coming days, you may notice small gestures, attitudes that seem insignificant but reveal how much this person is struggling to open up. Perhaps they will send you an unexpected message, or approach you more affectionately in a moment of distraction. It is these small moments that indicate their heart is beginning to soften, that the barriers they themselves built are starting to give way. These signs are the confirmation that things are changing, although not yet as visibly as you would like. And this is where trust becomes important. God is moving the pieces on the board of both your lives, aligning everything for the right moment. Although the time may seem uncertain, keep in mind that each passing day is a step toward the destiny He has prepared for you both. Nothing is out of place, and nothing is being forgotten. Everything has its time, and divine timing is always perfect. When things finally fall into place, you will realize that all the doubts, all the fears, and all the difficulties you faced were worth it. You will come out stronger, wiser, and ready to live love in its fullness. It is important, during this process, that you keep your inner light shining. Do not allow the ups and downs of this relationship to dim your joy, your energy, and your faith. God is calling you to trust in Him even more deeply. There are moments when silence is the answer, when waiting is the path. And in those moments, it is crucial to remember that you are never alone. Your angels are always by your side, whispering words of comfort and sending signs that everything is following the right course. Now, returning to the person who inhabits your thoughts. They are also hearing those whispers, albeit unconsciously. Their heart is preparing for something bigger, something they cannot fully understand yet. But the divine presence is shaping the relationship in a way that will surprise both of you. Your angels show that this person is beginning to realize how much you mean to them, how much peace and security your presence brings. It's as if they are awakening from a long sleep, opening their eyes to the reality of what they feel for you. This transformation occurring within them is subtle, but powerful. And as you maintain your patience and compassion, it will be easier for them to go through this process. Your role now is to continue being that constant force, that loving presence that lights the way. You don't need to force anything, because love itself is doing the work for you. Your destiny is being charted by the hands of God, and what He has reserved for you is much greater than any doubt or fear. In the end, you will see that this entire journey was essential for you to grow together. This love you are building is not ordinary. It is blessed, guided by spiritual forces that go far beyond human understanding. And when you are finally ready to fully surrender to this love, you'll realize that all the effort, all the patience, and all the faith were worth it. Your angels assure you that the best is yet to come. As you progress in this journey of love and patience, your angels want to remind you of something crucial: the power of faith. Faith is not just believing that something will happen, but the unwavering confidence that God is in control of everything, even when circumstances seem to suggest otherwise. And this faith, when put into practice, creates an immeasurable force in your life and in your relationship. The transformation you so desire, both in the heart of that person and in your own life, is happening, and it is your faith that sustains this process. The days to come will bring moments when you will be tested. There will be situations that make you question whether things are really progressing or if they are stuck in time. But your angels ask you to remember that, in the spiritual world, often the greatest changes happen invisibly to our eyes. Just as a seed germinates in the soil before appearing on the surface, the love between you is preparing at a deeper level. And when it is ready, it will bloom with a beauty that will surprise both of you. That person who inhabits your thoughts is experiencing a spiritual and emotional transformation. They may not fully understand it, they may not be able to explain what they are feeling, but something inside them is changing. God is touching their heart in a way that only true love can. And that love, the love you are offering, is part of that process. You have been placed in this person's life with a divine purpose, and now you are helping to guide them through one of the most delicate moments of their journey. Often, when we love someone deeply, we desire the transformation to occur immediately, for the other to awaken to what we feel, to clearly see what is right in front of their eyes. But true love, the one blessed by God, has its own rhythm. It cannot be rushed. It cannot be forced. It needs to be nurtured with patience, trust, and above all, with faith. And that is what you are doing now, even without realizing it. Every gesture of affection, every word of support, every time you choose not to give up, you are strengthening that love. That person feels your presence, even in silence. They perceive your energy, your strength, and although they sometimes don't know how to react, it touches them deeply. Your angels show that internally that person is beginning to open up to the possibility of experiencing something greater, something they perhaps never imagined possible before. They are starting to understand that love is not a threat, but a gift, and that you were sent to be that light in their life. But this process of internal transformation is not always easy. Sometimes, the fear of being hurt again can make that person build walls. These walls are not to push you away, but to protect their heart, which has long been wounded in ways they are still trying to overcome. That's why your angels ask you to continue being a serene and constant presence. Do not be disturbed by moments of uncertainty, because the love you are building is much stronger than any barrier. What God is preparing for you and this person is something magnificent. And for this plan to be carried out, it is important that you keep your connection with the divine always strong. Prayer is a powerful tool at this moment. When you pray, you not only strengthen your faith, but you also send light and protection to this person. Even if she is not aware, your prayers are opening paths, breaking down barriers, and helping her find the courage to open up to love. Your angels also want you to know that everything you are experiencing now is part of a preparation. God is molding you, strengthening your faith, your patience, and your compassion. Every challenge, every moment of doubt is preparing you to receive something even greater. When God's moment arrives, you will be ready to live love in its purest and truest form, and you will see that everything you have gone through was necessary for you to get here. This journey is not just about the relationship with this person, but also about the relationship you have with yourself and with God. You are being asked to trust, to hand over your worries and fears into the hands of the Creator, knowing that He is taking care of every detail. No matter how impossible things may seem now, God is capable of transforming any situation. And He is asking you to keep your unwavering faith, because what He has reserved for you goes beyond your greatest dreams. Now, speaking more about this person. Their heart is in conflict. On one hand, they feel a deep desire to get close to you, to open up to this love, but on the other hand, fear still exerts control over their actions. This internal conflict often confuses them, causing them to act contradictorily. There are days when they want to be near you, and there are days when fear makes them pull back. However, even in those moments of distance, their angels assure that the love is still there, growing silently and steadily. This internal battle they are facing is not easy, but their angels want you to know that they are winning. Little by little, they are tearing down the walls they have built around their heart. Little by little, they are realizing that the love they feel for you is stronger than any fear. And when this healing process is complete, they will be able to fully give themselves to this relationship. Until then, your role is to continue being a loving and patient presence. Your angels are guiding you, showing you the way, and reminding you that you are not alone. What you are experiencing now is preparation for something much greater. And when that moment finally comes, you will understand that all the effort, all the waiting, and all the faith were worth it. Now that you understand the depth of this journey, your angels want you to prepare for what is to come. True love, the one that God has reserved for you, is manifesting little by little. And as this happens, you are being strengthened in all areas of your life. It is important that, at this moment, you continue to take care of yourself with even more affection, nourishing your soul with things that bring you peace and joy. God is molding you for something great, and this love that is blossoming is part of an even larger plan. There are days when the wait can seem long, and the silence of that person can make you question if something has changed. But you should know that this silence does not mean an absence of feelings. Often, silence is the time when the soul is working most intensely. Your angels show that this person is deeply reflecting on what they feel for you, and although they might not be ready to express it clearly yet, love is growing within them. They are beginning to realize that the connection between you two goes beyond what the eyes can see, and this is awakening something very special in their heart. The challenge you are facing at this moment is, in fact, a blessing in disguise. It is preparing you to receive something much bigger and more beautiful than you imagine. God is not only transforming the life of that person, He is also transforming yours. The doubts you have, the fears that arise in your mind, all of this is being used by God to strengthen your faith. Each time you choose to trust, even when things seem uncertain, you are sending a message to the universe that you are ready to receive the love that He is preparing for you. Your angels also want to remind you that, even when things seem to be at a standstill, there is movement occurring in the spiritual realm. When you feel that the weight is consuming you, turn to prayer and meditation. These moments of connection with the divine will give you the necessary strength to continue. Remember, you are not alone. At all times, your angels are by your side, guiding your steps and filling you with light. And that light you carry is more powerful than you imagine. It not only illuminates your own path, but also that person's path. Even though they have not yet managed to express their feelings clearly, they are feeling your presence deeply. There is an invisible thread that connects you, a spiritual bond created by God. And that bond is strengthening day by day as you keep your faith and love strong. You might wonder, what else can I do while I wait? The answer from your angels is clear. Keep taking care of yourself, strengthening your connection with the divine, and keeping your heart open. Sometimes, in wanting to move the relationship forward, we forget to take care of our own well-being. But your angels remind you that true love begins within you. When you love yourself fully, you are preparing to receive others' love more completely and deeply. And that person, even while going through their own internal battles, feels drawn to you in a way that they do not yet fully understand. Your angels show that they are starting to realize that what they feel for you is not something fleeting, not just a phase. This love is real, deep, and transformative. And that is what scares them. Inside, there is a conflict between the desire to surrender completely and the fear of getting hurt again. But you should know they are gradually allowing themselves to feel more, to trust more. The signs that this person is getting closer can be subtle, but they are there. Maybe they send you an unexpected message, maybe they call you for no clear reason, or maybe they seek you out in a way they did not before. These small gestures are the first proofs that their heart is starting to open. And it is important that you continue to be the loving and patient presence you have always been. Remember, the transformation is happening, even if you cannot see it all yet. At this moment, you are also being called to reflect on what you truly desire from this relationship. God is asking you to have clarity in your heart about what you want to build with this person. True love requires not only devotion, but also intention. What do you want to create together with this person? What type of relationship do you want to build? These are important questions because what you are about to experience is not an ordinary relationship, but a blessed union. Your angels show that, as this person approaches you, they will also be seeking answers. They will want to understand what they feel, what you two can be together. And, at this moment, your clarity will be fundamental. You will be the beacon that guides this person out of the shadows of doubt and into the light of true love. But for this to happen, it is necessary that you are aligned with your own desires and the plan God has for you. And do not fear being vulnerable. True love requires us to open our hearts, to set aside the masks and show who we really are. This person is starting to realize that with you they can be authentic, that they can set aside the armor they have built over the years. And that, more than anything else, is what will bring them closer to you. The love you are building is based on truth, trust, and faith. Therefore, continue to be that presence of light. Keep trusting the process. God is moving mountains so that this love can flourish, and when the right moment arrives, you will see that everything you have lived through so far was part of a divine plan to prepare you for something extraordinary. Your angels assure you that this love will exceed all expectations, and what is to come is much greater than any doubt you have at this moment. As we approach the end of this journey of love and faith, it is important that you remember that this whole path has a greater purpose. God never put someone in our way by chance, and what is happening between you and that person is a clear sign of it. Your angels show that the union that is being formed goes far beyond what the eyes can see. There is a spiritual plan in motion, and both of you are part of it. What is coming is the realization of something much greater than a simple relationship. It is the fusion of two souls that are being guided toward a divine purpose. Your angels ask you to stay strong, even if challenges keep appearing. Every great transformation requires an adaptation phase, trials, but keep in mind that you have already gone through the most difficult stages. What God has prepared for you now is to fulfill all the promises He has made to your heart. Moments of doubt, nights when you felt everything was lost, all of that was part of a process that formed you, prepared you to receive what is coming. You must prepare because the coming weeks will bring changes. God is moving the pieces on the board of your lives, and very soon you will begin to see the results of this. That person who so many times doubted, who so many times distanced themselves out of fear of what they felt, will finally begin to allow themselves to feel love fully. The angels indicate that there will be an important conversation between you, a moment in which words will no longer be avoided, in which she will open her heart in a way you have waited for a long time. That conversation will be a turning point. After it, you will understand why it was necessary to wait, why everything happened at the pace that God determined. Finally, she will feel ready to leave behind the fears that prevented her from living this love. And you, in turn, will realize that your patience and your faith brought exactly what you always knew was possible. The love between you will flourish in a way that will surprise not only you but everyone around you. Your angels want you to know that this union is not just for the benefit of the two of you. The love you are building will be an inspiration to many. People around you will notice that there is something different, something special. They will observe how you connect, how this love transcends the ordinary. And through your example, many other souls will be touched. God is using you as instruments of light, and the love you share will be a source of healing for others. Now that destiny is about to change, it is important that you stay focused on what is essential. Continue cultivating faith, patience, and love within yourself. These are the pillars that will sustain the relationship that is to come. Your angels remind you that in order to live love in its fullness, it is necessary to leave behind any fear or doubt that still persists. What you are about to experience is a pure, sincere, and blessed love. And to receive this divine gift, your heart must be completely open. And don't forget, you also deserve to be loved fully. God wants you to know that all the love you offer to that person, all the patience you demonstrated, all the care you took along this path will be rewarded. You are about to enter a new phase, a stage of harvest, where all the seeds of love you have sown will finally bear fruit. And these fruits will be sweet, abundant, and bring a joy that you may never have experienced before. The love that both are building is a love with deep roots, a love that has withstood the storms, the headwinds, and that now is blossoming with a unique beauty. God asks you to believe in this, to trust that what you are about to experience will exceed all your expectations. And more than that, He wants you to know that this is only the beginning of an even grander journey. Your angels also want you to continue using prayer as your main tool. Every time you connect with God through prayer, you strengthen the spiritual connection between you and that person. Prayer not only soothes your heart, but also creates a protective field around your relationship. And as the two of you get closer, this protection will be crucial to maintaining the union solid and safeguarded against any adversity. Finally, your angels have one last message. You are ready. You have been prepared for this moment. Everything you have lived up to now, all the lessons, all the pains, and all the hopes you have nurtured, have brought you to this point. God does not place in our paths challenges greater than we can bear, and now you are on the brink of a great triumph. The love that is about to manifest in your life is a reflection of all you have become. And this love will be a source of blessings not only for you but for all those around you. So when the time comes, open your arms and receive what God has reserved for you. Destiny is in motion, and the change you have long awaited is about to happen. Trust, because the best is yet to come.